Welcome to Coach's Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi. To my right, the Swami George Abraham. To my left, the Tiger Albert Campman. And we start our show today to note the passing of Paul Godino, longtime Armstrong cable fitness icon and guru who had a 44-year TV career hosting a fitness show. It's a Guinness Book record. He was entertaining and delighting and motivating thousands of people to exercise who would put him on and exercise with him in their living rooms and their TV rooms. Paul Godino was 87. Let's go to our stories of the week. High school football, our spotlight. Top passers, Graham Hancock, Seneca Valley, 249 yards. William Mokel, Slippery Rock High School, 248 yards, plus another 73 in rushing. Logan Kushner of North Allegheny, 204 yards and 3 touchdowns. Cannon Huffman of Pine Richland, 145. Max Schnorr of Butler, 107 with 3 TDs. And Gavin Croney of Freeport, he threw 3 touchdown passes. You'll see Hancock's and Huffman this week. Armstrong will be at Pine Richland for their game at Seneca Valley. Both teams struggling 1 and 2. This could be a make or break game for the season for one of these two teams.
Well, one of them has to start playing defense. That's why.
And they're not.
And both of them have always been pretty good defensively.
Yes.
That tells you where the modern game has went. I'm telling you, it's a different game.
And Seneca each week putting up 400 yards of offense, and yet they're 1 and 2. Rushing, Sam Hughes of Riverside, 130. Ryan Palmieri of Pine Richland, 127. Ben Lane of Freeport, 107 and 3 TDs. You mentioned how the game's going. 3 rushers. You heard all the passers and now the receivers.
How about that?
Only 3 rushers.
You can't go past that because the game has changed immensely from pros down. I wanted to mention before we move on, Elwood won. Which
I saw broke their
That's awesome.
losing.
That
They won big too.
Yeah, they did. They killed Carlton. Yes.
Was it 46-6?
Yes.
Receivers Jackson Wetzel, Seneca Valley, 5 for 117 yards. Kieran Boyd of North Allegheny, 5 for 113 and 2 touchdowns. Andrew Mellis of Pine Richland, 5 for 86. Amari Henson of Seneca Valley, 10 for 78. When you hear this each week with Seneca Valley, you would think they're undefeated.
Absolutely, right? Not stopping anybody.
Aiden Davis of Butler, 5 for 68. Brady Stuyvesant of Freeport, 3 for 66. And Logan Campbell of Montauk, he had 120 total yards and 3 touchdowns.
Now, hold on. I just got to thinking about that. In the pros, it's different guys not stopping them.
Yeah.
In high school, probably 6 or 7 of those guys go both ways.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go to our first power rankings of the season in 6A. North Allegheny at the top, 3-0, followed by Central Catholic. And for the first time ever, I only rank teams with either a 500 or winning record. It's Butler in there at 2-1, and I'm only ranking 3. Everyone else has a losing record. In 5A, it's Gateway, followed by Upper St. Clair, Peters Township, Penn Hills, Penn Trafford. I think this is the best classification.
I'll tell you one thing, anybody can win it out of those groups you just mentioned.
They're all good.
Yeah.
And then we go to 4A, El Equipa at the top. They beat a good North Catholic team, 28-0. Minus 30 yards rushing for North Catholic, 11 yards passing, total yardage minus 21. The Quips loaded 6'3", 280, 6'3", 290, 6'6", 340. Can they just please move them up to 6A and get it over with?
And that's not their best players. Their best players are their skilled people, so think about that.
Yeah, they got running backs and
Hayes
receivers.
is amazing.
What a classification this is. Central Valley, 3-0 also. McKeesport, 3-0. Thomas Jefferson, 2-1. And then West Allegheny, undefeated at number 5. In 3A.
Wait a minute. There could be a good chance.
Yeah.
A good chance that Central Valley Alcoa could be undefeated going into the last game of the year.
That would be
That's
great.
That's going to be a packed house.
Stadium.
Yes.
They'll play again then in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that's
right.
the other thing.
And in 3A, it's Elizabeth Forward, and here comes next Freeport, undefeated. Slippery Rock High School, undefeated. Bell Vernon and Avonworth. And in 2A, it's Sarah Catholic, Neshannock, Still Valley, Western Beaver, Westinghouse, and Burrell. And in 1A, it's Southside Beaver, Bishop Canevin, Olsh, Leechburg, and Laurel.
We talked to the Slippery Rock coach, and you're talking about something going in the right direction. The quarterback's tremendous. They're getting a couple players back that were injured.
They got
That's
receivers,
what we mentioned
running backs. We'll be doing that game when they host Wilmington up there. on October the 14th. I look forward to it. Well, let's go to our stories of the week. Guys, Steelers 23, Cincy 20. I know you. We've all played sports a long time, coached. I've never seen a game like that before in my life. I didn't think either team wanted to win. Now, when you look at the stats, Steelers 6 sacks, 5 turnovers. It should have been a no-brainer, easy game, right? And yet, they could have lost. Minka Fitzpatrick, maybe the greatest game he's ever played, 14 tackles, pick 6, blocked that extra point. And when you watch that extra point again, the Cardinal sin made by the corner blocker, if you have 2 guys there, you always told the kids it's the inside guy for. He jumped to the outside and let Minka come in and blocked it. And then since he missed the field goal, 29-yarder to win it on a high snap.
Yeah, from the 12, that kid's automatic.
Well, George has mentioned on the show many times why, I hear him saying that, why they put their money on the defense. Well, if their defense is healthy,
Yeah.
they could win any game. That's how good that pass rush is.
Yeah.
And that's how good that. So they put their money where they said, okay, we aren't going to win offensively. Yeah.
They have 471 yards.
What? It's five turnovers.
Yeah.
Oh, no. But Joe Burrow had him on his back. They're
Yeah.
going to give yards up, but they played.
Yeah.
They had a defensive touchdown. Their defense was, of all the teams I saw play all weekend.
That's the best defense they played in a
No,
long
it was
time.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it
Because
was.
Cincinnati's high-powered offensively.
Now, let me ask you something. I know Burrow had an appendectomy. How much did it hurt he didn't play at all in the preseason?
But everybody doesn't play. Nobody plays.
Rams don't play.
Nobody plays.
No. What's his name? A former Steeler was on, and he said he thinks it's a big mistake that you don't play these guys.
So do I.
They don't get their timing.
No, it flies in the face of
So many penalties that first week.
practicing.
Yeah.
You know, that's why teams practice. If that were the case, why are they doing all this OTA nonsense? They're not playing until September anyway.
And not only did Burrow throw 4 interceptions, but he could have thrown 7 or 8. He threw into double and triple
They
coverage
were all over him.
a number of times.
But, you know, Tennessee put him in the ground 7 times, or 9 and beat him. And he
Yeah.
beat him.
And here's the other problem, though. You put your money on the defense, Watt and Hightower out. I mean, do you understand? They drop off the map. They're not going to be close to they're not even close to the same team they thought would be out there.
Now, let me say this. You look at what Cincinnati did, and in a crucial part of the game, I don't know about their coach, what he was thinking of. He never threw a flag on a couple of what I thought, even they said challenges.
It was
a touchdown to
to
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
And then the other time, Trubisky was intentional grounding out of the end zone. At least they kept saying it. And he never threw a flag. But here's what drives me crazy. It's just nuts. I was talking to Terry Hanratty about it. At one point in the game, on a 3rd and 1, Burrow ran a quarterback sneak for a first down. 1st and goal to Steeler half. He's 7 yards deep in a spread.
New thing.
Nixon behind him, 8 yards. He hands us, you got to run 8 yards for a half yard.
I know.
He got smacked for it.
Seattle did it 3 times last night.
I don't care who does it. I don't know where these guys learned it.
They all
Stupid. Lack of a better word, it's stupid.
They all do
and you
it.
deserve to lose when you do. Still, how many times we said this? Brady, 45, gets under center, runs a quarterback sneak for a touchdown. Fitzpatrick and then Miles Jack, 10 tackles, and Watt.
No, the defense was outstanding.
Walk, an interception, a block, a sack,
But
6
their offense
tackles.
stinks, though. Their offense stinks.
But no, the best thing to say about the offense, they didn't turn it over.
No, but that's big.
No,
that's what they want to do.
Especially when you get 5.
That's their plan. That was their plan coming into the season.
Yeah.
Now it worked in game 1, but the injuries have just wiped them out. I don't think they can play.
They can't run the ball.
And how about
Harris took a beating, 10 carries, 23
and how about
yards.
my old line too? A second, you get a second opinion when you do it when you don't like the first one. Walk out like 5 opinions because he wants someone to say
He wants to play.
You can play, and
Well,
it
here's the
doesn't
thing.
work that way.
He can't play for a while because you have a harness on that. Like you can't play with one hand.
Well,
So
he
Malik,
rushed the
you got to
passer.
play Malik Reed
I
behind
saw a guy
him.
the other night playing defensive back with a I thought he can't catch anything.
Now, and the other thing now, Harris went out. That foot injury, I've had that before. They didn't call it Liz Frank. I just had a cracked bone. It felt like someone stuck a knife in the top of my foot. I wore a boot for 8 weeks. So he's going to be wearing a boot off and on. He had a boot on after the game. They said he's fine. This is going to come back again. Yeah, I know it's a big loss to lose Watt, but you have a decent backup. If they lose Harris, he can't play.
I'll take Watt, and I'll take me running back. That's how big a difference Watt is to their team. No, there's nobody like him. George Collins said, "See as good as Don."
He's tremendous.
No, he's past tremendous. He's
great,
dominates,
whatever you want to use.
He dominates the game
right.
to the nth degree. He does.
But he's going to be out 6 to 8
They
weeks.
can't win without him. I don't think they can win without him.
Can they win a game?
I don't think that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Their offense can't score.
Yeah, how are they going to win?
I'm asking how they're going to win.
They didn't have a touchdown drive.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to win.
Now here's the good news and bad news about New England. Good is bad is they have a better defense than Cincy. Good is their offense may be worse than the Steelers. I'm predicting a 13-12 game.
But they're going to run the ball. You know that.
They're going to run the ball.
They're
going to run the ball.
Hey, he got hit. He had his back turned.
Yeah.
He got hit where.
But he says he's okay.
Man, did he get hit in the end? And ball bounced in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, he said he's okay. Now let me ask you something. Does Tomlin get enough credit for what he does?
Don't even talk. You're asking the wrong guy.
I'm just saying.
Look at the coaches in the NFL. They should be down on their knees saying, "We got one of the 3 best coaches in the NFL."
Wow.
If you watch these coaches coach,
Well, there's Zach Taylor.
They're unbelievable. They're pathetic.
Now, if you're Cincinnati players after, you're going to be saying, "What's wrong with our coach? He didn't
Exactly.
And if you're a fan, you're going, "You're a half yard from a goal line, and you got a guy's back in shotgun 7 yards deep."
Did you see Monday night?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Eddie, you can't believe it.
I'm too old school
You can't believe it,
to watch that stuff.
They had 3 timeouts left. You got to kick 64-yard field goal.
I just saw the highlights of that.
No.
I need someone to explain to me what they were doing.
Hey,
I don't know. I have no idea.
Fans, you got to listen to me on this and watch it. When a team in the NFL and college has a 14-point lead, okay, and there's a quarter and a half left, and they snap the ball
12 seconds.
with 20 seconds left on the clock. That's head coaching. Head coaches tell, listen, you take the snap down to 1 second.
When he was out of the Cowboys?
Okay.
You watch him?
He knows what he's doing.
So I'd have to ask Coach. Now, you have 3rd and 1 in the middle of the field, and Burrow ran a quarterback sneak for a first down, all right? What possessed you in a half-yard line not to do the same thing?
No, that's exactly. 3 times inside the 8 last night, they got a field goal.
Nobody goes under center, and it drives you nuts.
Yeah.
They don't go under center.
Yeah, nobody does it. That's the problem.
But he did it for a yard to pick up the first down, but wouldn't do
But that's
it
all
half
that
a
they can
yard
do.
away.
If you're going under center, at least you have 3 or 4 plays. And when they go under center, it is a quarterback sneak.
Good point.
All right, around the Steelers division, Cleveland 26, Carolina, and Baker Mayfield 24 on a field goal, 58-yarder by Cade York with 8 seconds left. Cleveland back to their old tricks, piled up 217 yards rushing.
Great offensive line.
And then Baltimore 24, the Jets 9, Lamar Jackson 2 touchdown passes after he turned down a contract in excess of $250 million with 160 to 180 million guaranteed dollars. So he's going to get Albert. We may have to send him money. He's only going to get $23 million this year,
he can't live
and only $23 million next year as a franchise tag. Can he live with $23 million?
$290 million turned down. Eddie.
160, 180 guaranteed million.
Eddie.
I don't know.
Eddie.
Albert.
Eddie, do you understand? When he was a young kid, his mom would have said to him,
$180.
"Yes, he was $180."
How do I get
That's
it?
the ego that these guys get. If Watson got that much money, I got to get that much money.
Yeah.
290,
And
turn it down.
and then-
Yeah, you people are poor out there. I'll say it again. 290 million.
And let me say this in defense of Baltimore. I think they offered him a great contract.
They did.
Considering his playoff record, he's 1-3, 3 touchdown passes, 5 interceptions.
No.
He should have signed
Great point,
that
Eddie. Great point.
immediately.
Great
You know,
point.
but
Immediately.
the bigger thing is he has no agent. He's not.
But he has lawyers, George.
But he can't do that. He should be doing it himself.
But he has lawyers.
Oh, I'm
you
sure.
know, and he
I
has
think his mom represents
he
him.
has tax accountants. Someone had to say, Lamar, what are you doing?
Oh my
160
God.
to 180 million guaranteed money.
Up front.
All right.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Hey, let's go to college football. The weekend was crazy. I'm at the Pitt game. Tennessee 34, Pitt 27 in overtime. Live by press coverage, die by press coverage. Now, any of us here physics majors? Tennessee's 2 wide receivers. Cedric Tillman, 6'3", 215. Brew McCoy, 6'3", 220. Pitt defensive backs, 5'11", 5'11", 5'9". On an island covering them. No safety What did those two guys do? 13 catches, 220 yards, and the winning touchdown to Tillman. Why?
George, what did Western Michigan coach say?
Why?
Western Michigan, they play them. Now, I know they're not as good in the front.
Right.
But he said he hasn't made any changes since 2013. He said, I coached against him at Syracuse when I was the OC. He said he doesn't make any changes.
They cover press every play.
And you know what? And the thing about Tennessee, they've just thrown to Tillman more. They couldn't 9 catches,
They couldn't cover
162.
him.
You know the winning touchdown pass. He just turned around, took the ball. He dwarfed the. You couldn't even see the
I thought the guy
defensive back.
slipped, but you couldn't see him.
You couldn't see him.
And Demeter had good coverage. He really did. But that body of that guy has gotten
That's what I'm saying. There's a law of physics in there. You played defensive back. How'd you like covering a 6'3",
nobody did.
225
Like that
no,
big
but
dude
receiver?
from Seattle, they can't cover him.
Same thing.
No. Wouldn't you like someone behind you?
Yeah, like rebounding. You're going to get the ball. You knock him out of there.
And Hendon Hooker, he threw for 325. In 2 games now, Pitt's pass defense has given up almost 600 yards, and I don't know how many, 6-5 touchdown passes in the games. Slovis got hurt.
That hurt.
That hurt
mightily.
Patty come in, and here to me was just, here you go again. They have 3rd and goal in overtime at the Tennessee 8. What's the play call? Play action. Why? Play action.
Everybody knows pass.
When you coach and when a play, you just say 3rd and 8.
It's pass.
I'm going to the
Everybody's
quarterback.
yelling pass, and you only have to cover 10 yards back.
He got a 12-yard sack. Game over.
Yeah,
Game over. So now, before all the talk about Pitt being in the discussion and the being
Playoff discussion.
Yeah. Now where does it go? Even though the schedule the rest of the way, guys, being kind, it stinks.
Western Michigan, Rhode Island, Duke, they can put something together.
They should.
Hey, Duke beat Northwestern. Look out.
I know.
They should.
No, I saw them.
They should.
They're much better. I saw them on
my-
Friday night.
Yeah, Miami's the only decent game. They don't play Florida State, or Clemson, or North
How
Carolina
long is Slovis
State.
out? Do you know that?
They haven't
That's
said.
big. That's
he said
big.
he didn't know.
That's big.
Did you see? I saw his head hit the ground.
Yeah.
They had him by the waist, and he couldn't put his hands out.
Yeah.
When they threw him down, his head hit first.
Now, Abanaconda, he had a great game, 154 yards, but on 25 carries, but 76 on one. So do the math.
Right.
20. The rest of the way, he's lucky. He averaged 3
Those
yards.
are two good
a
teams.
carry.
Penn, Tennessee are two good
79
teams.
yards.
Tennessee's
teams.
good.
Two good teams.
Tennessee's very good.
But it was a winnable game. I think they would have won with Slovis.
So do I.
I do too.
So do I.
And if Patty's watching or is quit taking tacklers on your buddy, you're going down. Get down. They get down for
Yes.
when the great ones get down. They don't get down because they're great. They get down because they want to play the next play.
Now, next up for Pitt, Western Michigan, Pitt by 10. That's Saturday night.
I saw them play Michigan.
What is Western
State.
Michigan 1-1?
I saw them play Michigan State. Shouldn't be a problem.
31-13.
Yeah.
Michigan State.
Yeah. But it
Shouldn't
was
be-
close for. But,
shouldn't be
I
a
thought Michigan
problem.
State was pretty close, 21-13 for a long time.
yes, it was. I was,
You
that's
know.
what I was just going to tell
Yeah.
you.
Hey, how about this? Kansas, 2-0. 55, West Virginia 42 in overtime. Now, West Virginia quarterback J.T. Daniels, 219 yards, 86 rushing, but he threw a pick 6 for 86 yards in overtime to clinch it for Kansas. Kansas, transfer portal, doing a pretty good
Yeah,
job.
they're different.
Good coach.
Yeah.
That's your Buffalo coach?
Yes.
Oh, he's good.
Because I was going to say to George, we ride up together, and I said, we're talking about Nebraska getting a new coach.
Yeah.
That's the guy I would go after.
And,
He knows how to recruit portal. He knows how to go get players. He does.
They're different completely.
Good. I'm glad it's good. It's about time.
You know who else? Arizona, by the way, people. Arizona.
Another portal school.
Penn State 2-0, 46-10 over Ohio, and freshman running back Nicholas Singleton, 10 carries, 179 yards. Next, they're at Auburn and favored by 3.5. What do we know about the Tigers?
We know it's hot down there in the middle of the day. That's the concern, and believe me, it is.
Was that a 3:30 game?
Yeah.
Ohio U was favored to win the MAC. That means Penn State's pretty
Crushed
darn
it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not awful. Oh, no. Hey, the young quarterback. Oh, my.
He got a gun, doesn't
Oh,
he?
yeah, he's good.
Oh, my.
got a
He's a
gun.
5-star.
Oh, man.
Hey, guys, how about let's run a victory. Let's schedule Appalachian State. They gave up 63 points to North Carolina. Went to College Station and beat Texas A&M 17-14.
But wait a minute.
And
They give
picked
him
up a nice
$1.25 million, and you have to go say, by the way, you weren't supposed to win.
Yeah.
You were supposed to just show up.
I don't know. Is it
Marshall,
Appalachian or
Appalachian?
Appalachian?
Yep, no, but I know one thing. That's Notre Dame.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
That
my neck.
league. The league is just so
Marshall
good.
26,
Yeah.
Notre Dame 21. Marcus Freeman, the honeymoon's over. He's the only Notre Dame coach to start
Ever, right?
0-3.
Ever.
And my buddy Richie says, "Who's Notre Dame play next?" I said, "California." He said, "Pennsylvania." I said, "That might be a good
Cal's
idea."
good, by the way.
Yeah,
Huh?
they might not.
Cal's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They're playing California. I'm just saying.
I know, but I'm talking about Cal, the team Notre
Berkeley.
Dame's playing.
Cal Berkeley.
They're
No,
good.
they're
don't,
good.
Think, don't think Notre Dame's going
Yeah.
to beat them easy.
And-
Jeez.
and-
Without the quarterback. He's out now 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's out.
Yes.
And hats off to Georgia Southern, their new coach, Clay Helton. He's now 48-24. He got fired at Southern Cal.
Yeah.
Got a $9 million payoff. He's 2-0, beat Nebraska. Scott Frost fired.
Finally.
George wanted Scott Frost out 3 years ago.
Yeah. But wait a minute. We need, Al and I talk about this. If they waited 2 more weeks, the buyout was half as much. Isn't that irresponsible if you're looking to people to donate money?
Yeah, I saw that. Hey, say this about Clay Helton. He's not a great coach, but he's a good coach. 48-24. If he's 48-24 at Pitt, they're going crazy. He's getting an extended contract and so. He got fired at Southern Cal. Good to him.
He's
Got
my
a
favorite guy, by the way.
Huh?
When I visited Southern Cal, he's my favorite guy.
I like him.
No, he's one of the greatest guys
I like
in the
him.
world.
I'm
I'm talking just a great person
Yeah.
who can coach a little bit. A lot of times you get a great person who can't coach a lick, or some lunatic.
Jackass,
Yeah.
absolutely.
who
I
can
mean,
coach.
he's at a Power 5 school. He was 46-24.
And there was no what's it called then? No portal.
Yeah.
Riley went in there and just said, okay,
Right.
I'm just bringing all new play. Like he gets Addison. Think about getting a guy like that out of nowhere.
Right.
Jeez, oh man.
Now,
really.
I didn't see the game because I was at the Pitt game, but number 1 Alabama 20, Texas 19. Guys in a press box were saying that Texas got hosed. I didn't see it.
Well,
You see it?
yeah,
What
Big-
happened?
Well, I'll say this. It was Big 12 officials, so you can't blame the SEC.
Okay, but I'm just saying I don't know what
Yeah,
the call
because
was.
it was-
What
I
was
just
the
don't
call?
know. I
Roughing
don't
the
know.
pass.
Was it
I
a pass
truly-
interference call? What was
Yeah,
it?
well, it was roughing the
I
passer.
really truly believe that Saban has.
Influence.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Influence.
I don't care who's like George said, Big 12. They still see Saban over there.
Yeah.
There was
Mac did it for years.
freaking McCloskey. Yeah, he did. Mike Oates did it.
Yeah.
There was plays in that game that why did that call go against Texas? I mean, I can't say a hose
And
job.
their
It's just
quarterback.
unbelievable
Yeah.
play.
Hey, their quarterback didn't finish.
Yes,
For who? Alabama.
Texas.
Texas.
Hey, locally, Slippery Rock 35, Westchester 14, number 23 Rock
Great
now
win.
2-0. Quarterback Noah Grover threw for 250. Running back Chris Dior 108 yards. This is something they needed. They didn't have a running game last year. Wide receiver Kyle Sheets. Where do they find these guys? 4 catches,
finds them.
They're all over the
95
place.
yards. Next up for the Rock, they're at Millersville. And Knock grad and Grove City College wide receiver Scott Fraser. He had 3 catches for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. Grove City beat Geneva 55-17. The Wolverines 2-0, and in 2 games, Fraser has 16 catches, the leading receiver for Grove City.
And listen, their D's better than their O's.
2 blowout wins for them. What did they score 60 the week before?
The Slip Rock. Did you say 35-14?
Yeah.
That's what stood out to me.
14.
14
Yeah,
points.
I
at
saw
it.
that.
Their defense held to 14
Yeah.
points.
Hey guys, let me just sneak some stuff in here about baseball. Some good things with the Pirates, a few things. The pitching seems a little bit better with Keller.
Keller's really come on.
And the other
Contreras has come on,
Contreras,
too, yes.
And Cruz, he's gotten better, shown a little more savvy in the batter's box, more selective in that. But I hear the analytics stuff, like the blob that's creeped into the broadcast booth. When Cruz hit a single, they were raving about it, going 122. You know who laughs about this, shakes his head, is Willie Mays. He just finds it so silly. But now it's they talk about it in the press box
Oh, yeah.
now.
How fast the ball was going off the bat.
They can't help themselves because that's all you hear every second.
And
you know.
there was no report in those launch angles or velocity of home runs hit against the Pirates. They don't talk about that. Hey, they asked Bob Nutting when they had the Pirates' first Hall of Fame about the future, and he had no comment.
So I'm not here to do
Now think of
that.
that saying, no comment
Why wouldn't
about
you
the
talk?
owner.
Is that a legitimate question?
No, it's pathetic.
It's a legitimate
And that's why the
question.
fans, including me, who was 100% in for 60 years, I'm at 90% now. They've lost me 10% thinking, I'm not so sure he wants to win.
Oh.
Hey guys, hey guys, Triple Crown, Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, I told him he's got a shot.
He's first in batting. He's second in home runs, first in RBIs. The last National League player to win the Triple Crown was 81 years ago. Joe Ducky Medwick,
Bill Bourne,
St.
you know,
Louis,
led off.
1941. He had 31 homers, 154 RBIs, 374 batting average, 237 hits.
Yeah.
The last Triple Crown winner in the American League was Miguel Cabrera back in 2012.
What a hitter he is.
There are only two players who have won 2 Triple Crowns, Ted Williams and Rogers Hornsby. Now listen to what Rogers Hornsby did. You look up all the stats. He had the best 5 years of any player in Major League Baseball history. 1922, he batted .401, 152 RBI, 42 home runs. And then in
Couldn't play today, though.
1924, he hit .424. But then at 25, he wins another Triple Crown, batted .403, 39 homers, 143 RBIs. He has the second highest career batting average all time at .358.
Yeah, Rod, there's some players that are just legendary, and he's one of them. He's a legendary player.
And I'm a big Joe Judge fan. You know, he just, Joe Judge. Aaron Judge, excuse me, I'm getting confused
That's all
with
right.
that.
That's all right.
I get confused every day.
He was on base 7 straight games, 3 times a game, tying Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, and Tommy Heinrich.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'll tell you what's happened there. Their injuries have made it impossible not to pitch to them. I mean, you can't pitch to them. Like, just go walking because Rizzo's out and LeMahieu's out.
Yeah.
Just don't pitch to them.
To me, they're making an argument for Ohtani being. And I'm not. Ohtani
close.
is a great
Not
player,
close.
but he's only hitting
Not this year.
.265, and Judge is
Judge
hitting
is MVP
.307.
this year.
He's a guy that I'm pulling for to win
2 things.
the MVP.
Number one, if Ohtani was that good, I think what's the record, George Angel?
Oh, they're
Jeez,
what are they? 30 games under 500, something like that. Hey, that's it for us. We've run out of time. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Participate in the October 7th Totathon Cash Bash by purchasing tickets to the in-person dinner. That's where I'll be drawing winning numbers for the cash drawings. Or you can once again gather your friends and family from any neighborhood, anywhere, and watch online. And anyone can purchase tickets to the basket raffle. Sponsorship of the events helps the Toto team receive the financial support needed to help keep these programs fully funded.